Hello again, everybody, and thanks for joining me today. I'm always surprised and flattered that you want to hear what I've got to say. Please make sure to subscribe and crush that like button too, so I can continue to be Dr. Doodle Dad for you. It helps the channel grow, and subscribing makes you a friend. The other thing that also helps is watching right to the end. I'm grateful for your company. My thanks upon you I bestow, and without further ado, let's get on with the show. About 20 or so years ago, I was in an orthopaedic clinic with one of the knee consultants whom I thought was a bit of a cynic. An old lady sat wheezing in front of him, gripping a hold of her walking cane, her joints all swollen and arthritic. She told us all about her knee pain. With heart and lungs not fit for surgery, she would just need to see her GP to fill her with more painkiller meds, and that was just the way it had to be. She then complained about her house stairs, which she could only climb really slow. Perhaps it was time for her to sell up and downsize to a little bungalow. The consultant then laughed out loud, blurting a response without refrain. "If you buy a place like that," he said, "you'll never walk upstairs again." It seems she was in a catch-22, too sore and too weak to ascend, and unfit from poor lifestyle choices to allow surgery to make amends. She had well and truly missed the boat. Her smoking and diet had taken their toll. While there were anaesthetic advancements, this situation her body just could not thole. It took 2 decades of being a doctor before I came to understand this thought. You might think lifespan is important, but it's now clear on its own it's not. Healthspan is a far better concept. It's a much fuller way to live. When you look after yourself, your body will have so much more to give. Lifespan is just a number, it appears, a bit like counting up your wealth. Just because you're a millionaire, it doesn't mean you have good health. It certainly doesn't take into account if you can climb stairs or go for a run, do your own shopping, clean the house, swim 50 lengths, or wipe your own bum. We outsource our health and well-being and take drugs to help us get old. After all, this is how the system works. At least that's what we've been told. Take all these tablets, live in more comfort, say all the so-called expert voices, but insidiously we deteriorate and forget about better choices. I'm reminded all about this when I read about Dan Buettner and his blue zones, which contrast with the old lady's poor health and her worn-out knee pain groans. These are places in the world where people live a long and happy life, usually illness-free to more than 80, without the huge pharmaceutical load strife. They eat a seasonal plant-based diet, which should come as no surprise, without any toxic substance use, good social connections, and lots of exercise. They spend more time outdoors, soaking up sun, nature, and the breeze, and they lean into hard work, so they do. In fact, old age is their main disease. Despite seeing many examples like this, our society seems completely content, feeding us more pills and removing discomfort, which all lead to our aging detriment. Also, do we not have a responsibility to make looking after ourselves our mission, to lessen the burden on family and friends, and healthcare service provision? I'm sincerely convinced that this would mean governments needn't scrabble for coins on the ground. I'm sure there would be more than enough healthcare wealth to go around. As with most things we become aware of, a lot of this is just common sense. Eating better and daily exercise to build up our body's defense. So get yourself down to the gym, It's time to lift some weights. At the very least, go out for a walk before your current lifestyle makes it too late. Get rid of all the toxic substances and from unhelpful habits disengage. Today will always be the day when you can start training for old age.